Washington DC, the American capital, named after their first president, George Washington. But I'm afraid, Americans, that that was not the original Washington. No, the original Washington came from a land that I called Ingtonland, or Ingtonland. Now you may be wondering where this place is. It's not some mythical Game of Thrones, Hobbit land country that I've just made up. It is actually part of a real country today. That country being England, and Ingtonland is actually in the northeast part of England. And you might be wondering why I've called it Ingtonland. Well, back in the Anglo-Saxon language, the word ing is basically refers to family or group, and ton refers to farm or homestead. And there was a lot of farms and homesteads in the northeast part of England during Anglo-Saxon times. So what you'll find is a very high proportion of places in the northeast of England ending in ington, which is why I've called it Ingtonland. And if I can just go to the updated map of Ingtonland with the place names on here for you, you will see Washington there, which is basically where George Washington's family came from. And you can still today go to their ancestral home in Washington, where George Washington's family came from, and find his ancestors, like lots of stuff about his ancestors and where they came from there today. Now just south of Washington is a place called New Rennington, and just south of that is a place called Ashington. And if you go slightly inland west from Ashington, you'll find a place called Willington, which again is another Ington in the Ingtonland. And further south you have a place called Darlington. Now if we head north from there, past Washington again, to the River Tyne, you'll find a place called Woolsington. And you'll also, just north of that, you'll find a place called Rennington. And north of that you'll find a place called Stannington. Now to the east of Stannington and slightly south you'll find a place called Cramlington, and above that a place called Bedlington. Slightly north of that is another place called Ashington, quite famous for the Charlton brothers who helped England win the World Cup in '66, and also another footballer called Jackie MILRURN, I believe. And north of Ashington you'll find a place called Ellington. And north of that you'll find yet another place called Widdrington. And north and west of that you'll find a place called Longframlington. And just a bit north and east of that you'll find a place called Ashington. And further inland to the west of Ashington is a place called Hartington. Now if we move closer to the Scottish border upwards, you'll find a place called Rennington, a place called Donington, and almost on the Scottish border you'll find a place called Felkington. Now to the western part of Ingtonland, you'll find a few more places with this old Anglo-Saxon term. There's a place called Kirk Welpington, a place called Great Bovington, there is a Thockerington, a Hallington, and finally there is a Great Whittington. So there you have it, Ingtonland, if I can get my terminology right on it, Ingtonland, where the original place names ending in Ington came from. Right, thanks for watching.